Hey guys, it's me again, your Harmi, and welcome to STFC Battle Zone, my podcast about the worst STFC fleet commander. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm by far the worst STFC player you've ever seen. Honestly, I'm so bad I even had to buy a 70 account because I could never have done it on my own. But now I'd like to thank all my viewers. I would never have expected such a huge success. As you all know, I'm not normally so spoiled by success. That's why I'm all the more pleased to have finally found a purpose. I have received many comments and questions since the last episode. In this episode, I would like to answer a few of them. Feel free to send me more questions, which I will be happy to address in future episodes. First question. Harmi, you were in many other alliances before XF. What made you decide to switch to XF? That's a good question, thank you. The answer is relatively simple. I've always had problems with authority and rules. Of course, this always led to tensions, and the only logical consequence was to join XF. Only there could I develop freely and do whatever I wanted. Next question. XF doesn't play by ROE, but by the COH, the Code of Honor. What exactly does that mean? Your actions are not really that honorable. Honest answer? Fuck the COH, that's just tokenism. Rules don't apply to me even if some of my players see it differently. But I'm above the law and don't let anyone tell me what to do. I also like to break agreements with other alliances that go against the grain. XF has made a name for itself in miner shooting. Isn't it boring and undemanding to only ever hunt such weak ships? Yes, what can I say? We usually have no other choice as we are simply too bad at shooting bigger and stronger ships. That's also because I still don't really understand these combat reports after all these years. I often sit in front of such battle reports for hours, but can't really make heads or tails of them. So let's concentrate on what we can really do. You like to accuse other people of cheating and not playing fair? Isn't buying Butzel's account a contradiction in terms? As I said before, rules apply to others, but not to me. What else could I do? I had no other choice if I didn't want to look like a total loser. The purchase only helped in the short term, but in the end, it's better than nothing. Bot users are not your friends. Do you have any concrete evidence of what you consider to be fraud, or are these all just unfounded accusations? Actually, it's only my jealousy that speaks with such statements. If I knew exactly how the bots work, I would have been using one long ago. I don't know for sure whether such bots really exist. But better to accuse my enemies early on. Who needs proof? Why are your fellow players so loyal to you? You hardly do anything for them, and sometimes you just like to watch them being emptied. I can only speculate about that. On the one hand, of course, they're not the smartest. And on the other, they don't really have any other choice. Where should they go? Nobody wants these losers anyway. Look at Neppy, for example. A few weeks after taking over my old account, he forgot his shield and was cleared out. He probably had too much to drink again. Who knows for sure? Or Henry, he's always playing the moralizer, but he simply ignores my actions. The best of all is and remains Alex. I can't find any words for him. He simply believes everything I tell him and says it with such conviction. You have to be that impressionable. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. As always, feel free to send me more questions. See you, live long, and with a lot of laughter.